Hadouken!
The podcast featuring yourself, Lou, featuring myself, one Ryan Joseph. Lou Chu, actually, is what they call you. And
some people do, yeah.
Not everyone.
Some people just call me Hey You. And others just call me, well...
A Jew?
Yeah. I mean, Hulk Hogan knows what he calls me. And it's the kind of thing that gets him banned from life, so...
Oh. I don't know. What
The
about
lesson about that, eh?
What about your mum?
What does my mum call me?
Yeah, what does your mum call ya?
She calls me Lou, yeah, sure.
She does, huh?
She's nothing like Hulk Hogan. She wouldn't mind if I dated an underachieving black person.
Well, I'm glad for that.
She'd be fine with it. Yeah.
Because Ifra seems like a wonderful...
she's an underachieving black person with so much character. She deserves all the attention.
All the attention.
For being her.
You hear that, Ifra? I want you to feel good about yourself, because Lou feels good about you, and I feel good about Lou feeling good about you. For achieving just the right way that you should. So,
yeah.
There's that. Yeah.
She's the world champion of being just about all right.
Heavyweight champion of the world.
Do you live by people? Do you have like neighbors?
Oh yeah, I got neighbors. It's Canada, man. Everyone's neighbor in Canada.
Are they cool with you with your noise?
I don't care. What are they gonna do? I feel like they're seniors for the most part.
Okay.
So I might be terrorizing them. I
think they're just scared, really, and they're not gonna bother you for a second.
Come at me, seniors. Yeah, I'm the darkest guy in this city.
Darker than Drake, definitely.
Oh my goodness. I just got a tan in Drake. You know, Drake ain't a black guy. I'm almost positive of that. I have to screen grab your face here because the Lou I see is lagging a bit. How do you feel about that, Ifra? Tell me, is he lagging hard for you? He's lagging hard for me. So I'm gonna re-grab your face.
My face is huge. My face is long and narrow. That's new.
Long and narrow.
I mean, maybe it is in real life. I mean, maybe that's how I look, and I've just always had this skewed view of myself. But
oh, what have I done here? Okay, so now we're gonna fix you up real nice here. Oh yeah, guy. Oh yeah.
Sally.
You know, I gotta look out for my man. No homo. Yo, it's your boy Lou Chu. Yeah. Okay, that works a little bit better. I'm gonna trim you down on the side. So how's the week been going, Lou?
How's the week?
Yeah, I don't know. Is that something people say?
Fuck. I mean, you can. There's no limit to what you could ask me. If that's one of the things you want to ask me, then I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I would like to know, how has the week been?
My week, as in my week, has been fine. Just normal. It's just been a normal week, mostly. Just been working, twerking, little bit jerking, and then you go to sleep and do it all over
Working,
again.
jerking, and squirting for our female demos.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Don't want to exclude those guys.
Because not everyone can do that, I hear. But
squirt.
yeah, I hear that's like a very limited part of the demographic, a very small slice of the female pie.
Yeah. I'd like to think we target those people specifically.
This is the show for squirters.
Yeah.
And if you're hurting for a squirting, come by the First Person Suplex podcast.
First person squirters is what we were going to go with originally. But, you know, suplex
that name was taken. If you see the graphic up there, it said Dynamite said he's on the phone. He's not, because he's late or he's not coming. So he misses the boat. But we got a lot of shit to talk about, Lou. We haven't talked... we haven't had an extensive period of time to talk about shit. So we're going to talk about shit today. You know, what do you want to talk about? Is there something you had on your little noggin up there?
Up here?
Yeah, up on your forehead.
I don't think so. I mean, we've got our topics, unless you want me to go into one of those topics that we pre-arranged.
Come off the top at me, Lou Chu.
What did I even suggest earlier on this
Okay,
week?
the one you suggested was John Cena's face.
Ah, right, yeah. His messed up nose. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean,
That was pretty funny.
what a funny looking lad he is. I didn't even see it. I didn't see it. So if share with me, won't you?
Okay, well, let's set the scene. It's Seth Rollins, John Cena. This is the main event of Raw. They're having a US title match, which fucking Cena's gonna win, obviously. And
Oh.
like I think Rollins goes for like a knee, but he like grabs the back of Cena's head and literally like buries his knee in his face. And I can only imagine he did it on purpose, but I don't know. You can never tell. But he practically just broke his nose off of his face with doing that. Like his nose just bent sideways, and blood was just streaming out of his face. And he was on the apron, and Rollins was like on the other side, and then he came back into the middle of the ring, started bleeding all over there as well. And a fucking like an actual guy came into the ring like an EMT, but not like one of those fake EMTs that doesn't know
But
what
like
they're doing.
a real one.
Like an actual proper doctor like rushed into the ring to like clean up his nose and shit, but didn't do a very good job. And yeah, like you just as you saw him continue the match, you could just see his nose like pointing like fucking 45 degrees east like the entire time, and just blood like trickling down his face. It was pretty fucked up. And to his credit, like he carried on and completed the match, but he got fucked up by Rollins big time. Like
I can see there being like some backstage union conspiracy against Cena.
Def-
Let's
def-
get rid of this cat. I don't know who would be on the union. Probably Big Show's idea, but it's like, yeah, all right.
he wants his title push.
How
Fuck
how long has Big Show been in the title picture, if any? I know once in WCW, and then
Do you remember that time that what was it? Rikishi drove a car into Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think during that time. Do you remember though? Do you remember when that happened?
oh yeah, and
When
Rikishi was
there was
going
that-
heel.
Yeah. Where there was that big like, oh, who did it? Who did it? And then it just turned out to be Rikishi for some reason. Like Rikishi drove his car into fucking Stone Cold, but then Stone Cold took him out, and then I think Big Show took Rikishi's place in that title picture. I think that's the only time I remember him being a part of that.
There was also a time, I don't know if it was for the title, but Lesnar and Big Show.
Was there?
Because I remember Lesnar F5'd the Big Show.
Oh yeah.
Because,
But I feel like that was just the build up of the Lesnar character, wasn't it? Like, because I remember there was that period when he came in, and he just kept F5ing like the biggest guys in the company. Like, pretty much just to show people that he was fucking tough.
spamming the F5 key.
Exactly. Yeah. He just had a bunch of finishes saved up, so he just came in and just kept pressing L1 or triangle, whatever the fuck they use in that game now.
That fucking game was so annoying when you would use a finisher and it would do the Matrix. I mean, it was cool, but when someone saved up a finisher, especially The Rock's People's Elbow, because it'd be like a
Yeah.
5-minute animation with the
Exactly.
Matrix effect. Who got time for that shit?
And then they could just do it again once they did it. Like they could literally do 5 of them in a row because the move keeps people on the ground.
Yeah.
So there's no stopping The Rock.
Yeah, so fuck your F5 spamming, motherfuckers. So Cena is now hurt, but is he being pulled from events? You know?
I don't know. I don't know whether he was on SmackDown the following Thursday or whenever it is now.
Maybe his nose will do a promo.
Hopefully.
Cena will
Or
show
maybe-
up without a nose, and on the Titantron will be.
Maybe his nose was trying to leave his face because it couldn't stand being a part of his
It walked
his
out.
gimmick anymore. Like his nose wants its own gimmick now. His nose is turning heel and just like fucking off, and he's gonna actually fight his own nose for the US title in the future,
Kevin
Maybe
Nash
that's
is going to show up next week alongside Cena's nose.
alongside
That's
Channing Tatum and the rest of the cast of Magic Mike Essex.
There's a black Magic Mike. Have you seen that on Netflix? Cassie
No.
Cassie likes black guys. Surprisingly.
Don't we all?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
we just love it. So I put on this movie to cheer her up. She was sad or something, so I put it on, and it's literally Well, it's not literally Black Magic Mike, but it references Magic Mike. It said, "You ever see Magic Mike?" And then another black guy says, "That's just a movie, man. You need to get your facts straight." And then it's the same thing. Just black guys taking off their clothes, dancing for money. Cassie fell asleep, and I was watching it by myself. It was no homo.
Do you know what I would have thought that film was about? Was about like a witch called Mike, who just practices black magic. That's what I would have thought it would be about.
Magic Mike.
Just like a wizard. Like, that'd be the most disappointing film for people to watch if they were sat down watching a film about a black stripper. They'd be like, what the fuck is this? It's just a wizard doing really crazy shit.
That could be a porn, too. Just like
Black Magic Mike.
You see this guy conjuring up a spell, but really when he's conjuring, he's just peeling back his foreskin to reveal Arrivederci or whatever Harry Potter says. Adakama!
I've never heard Harry Potter say Arrivederci.
Well, he says something like abracadabra. I don't know. Seth Rollins has a super kick he calls whatever he says.
Abracadabra.
Or it's like, I don't know. It's something like abracadabra. I'm not a big Harry Potter guy.
Oh no.
Ifra, can you please inform us?
We'll let him. We'll let him.
Have you? Oh yeah.
Tune in.
Here's a big important thing. Maybe important, depending on your region. Roddy Piper died.
Yeah.
What the?
That's important in any region, really, isn't it? That's quite a significant death in the wrestling world.
Yes, and the wrestler turned actor world.
Exactly.
They no longer do they live.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They do not live, in fact.
And that's sad, man. Piper, I mean, I never expected him to ever die. I expected when he was 97 to come out on Raw's 7,000 episode or whatever. Piper's Pit with no teeth. You know.
Still wearing his fucking biker jacket thing with his kilt and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, with his balls hanging between his legs. I could see that.
And then
I agree with you that he's one of those people you like. There are definitely people you would expect, like Ultimate Warrior. Yeah, I could see that coming. Like when the British Bulldog died, was literally zero fucking surprise on that one, because you know they're like the roided up kind of fucking ex wrestlers. You just know their hearts are they're like a second away from popping at any point, aren't they? But with people like say Roddy Piper or like Ric Flair or something. Those are just people you expect to see when you're old. Like, they're just going to be 110. Just continue to do... Like, Flair's going to still be doing his flop when he's, like, fucking geriatric and shit. And he's going to be doing... It's going to be... Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that he passed.
It is.
I mean, obviously, he's not done much recently, but... He was in his own right a legend.
Oh yeah, he stirred up so much controversy, and I appreciate that controversy, Roddy Piper. So may your soul rest in peace. But what to what you were saying, like Ric Flair, I don't know, he might never die. Because when I was 10 years old, I thought he was like 80 years old. Because he had white, like, platinum blonde hair, white hair. He was always old to me. And now, he's still... I mean,
I think ever since he's existed, he's been old. I feel like he was just born with like short white hair and like an old man's face. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I haven't seen pictures of him as a very young person, but I just feel like he's always Benjamin Buttoned his entire fucking life.
He was just born with incredible debt.
I guess. Yeah. But like he was born old, and instead of growing young, he just stayed old. Like he's a broke Benjamin, but he's a Benjamin broke bud.
You think he's a reptilian?
He could very well be, yeah. If he's what everyone's been thinking as a reptile person, and it's not in fact like, I don't know, Obama or whatever, then I'm down with that shit. Like I'll take a reptilian race of Ric Flairs over fucking politicians and shit. I could get down with. He could be my overlord any day. Why not?
Jet flying, limousine riding.
As we all go to bed like wooing, Like maybe that's just the thing we do at the end of the day. Communal woo. Like we all like chop each other's chest and woo, and then we just go back home and go to bed.
I was at a music festival a few months ago, and I seen it's outside, outdoors. So I seen a crowd of bros with their tops off, and at first I was a little weirded out, and then I really respected them because they were sitting there in a circle, knife edge chopping each other, and just going woo. And the game was, I asked them what was going on. They said the game was to see who can take the most chops, beat red chest. So picture college douchebags, tops off, with their Nazi youth haircuts, beating the shit out of each other, saying "woo." Ric Flair has lined up a perfect scenario for natural selection. I appreciate that, Rick. I don't know if you tried to get that, plan that one out, Ric Flair, being a cultural icon, but I do appreciate that.
I think he did. I mean, you see how he's kind of permeated the hip hop lexicon. He's obviously working his way around, isn't he? It's now moved on to bros. He's next gonna take on, like, I don't know, Republicans or something. He's just gonna go around and just affect every cultural group there is until everyone's just chopping the shit out of each other and just flopping down like when they've done it. It's gonna be great.
Did you watch NXT?
Not this week, no.
Maybe.
I didn't see Eva Marie's big debut.
Oh my god, it was the most awkward, uncomfortable wrestling match I've ever watched. It's like, because you hyped it up. She hyped it up to be so great.
Yeah.
Divas, you better wait and see, because it's gonna blow your mind. All read everything. Eva Marie.
Do you watch Total Divas?
I haven't watched it recently, but yes, I can say I have.
Because like that kind of bled into that as well, and like I don't know how long she's been fucking. She was being trained by Brian Kendrick. Do you know that?
Trained by Brian Kendrick, the man who was trained by Shawn Michaels and company.
Exactly. She was doing intense, like 6-hour day training, like for fucking no. I don't know how long she was doing it, but apparently it was a legitimate amount of time. How has she not become the best female wrestler in the world? How, after all of that attention, has she not at least developed her skills in some important way?
Well, she took Brian Kendrick's finisher as her own. Sliced bread number 2. But it was just weird. Like, she has this one submission hold. I think she just did one move and then the finisher the whole time. It's this weird submission hold where she, like, wraps her leg around their leg, and it's almost like a dragon suplex, but like a arm bar instead of hooking onto their neck. I don't know. It's just very strange. Not dragon suplex, dragon sleeper. Very strange. And she just kept, like, longing into the camera. Like, she was more concerned with recognizing the camera, recognizing her, than actually wrestling. So she would hold that move for what seemed like 10 minutes. A submission move on the ground, staring into the canvas. So awkward.
That sounds like most of the Divas wrestling I've seen pre this Revolution thing that's happened.
Yeah, like bullshit.
Like most of the matches are like get someone in some sort of submission hold for a really long amount of time, then maybe like do a few shoulder charges and drop kicks and shit, then get them back in a submission hold for what seems like forever, and then maybe finish the match with whatever finisher they have. Like that has been like the template for Divas matches for maybe the past 5-6 years as far as I've seen. So she's at least keeping that consistent. I like that.
You know, she's like she's afraid to hit people. When she hits people, she's afraid to hit them. I don't know if she's afraid of them hitting her back, but it's very awkward. So Eva Marie, I'm sorry, but just no. Go back to just being all red everything.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like when I was watching her training, like on Total Divas, I was thinking to myself, This is like the perfect example of someone who's not born with a certain talent. Like if you haven't got a certain talent and you're trying to force it, like it just doesn't work, does it? Like I feel like you do need some sort of natural ability or some sort of fluidity to the way you do something. So even if you're not that good at it, there's kind of like a natural rhythm to it.
Yeah.
that you can work on.
Like
But
any
with
athletic, because I think she's just like a weightlifter.
yeah.
So, yeah, it's not. I don't have a hard time calling that athleticism. Just lifting weights. That's just bodybuilding. But anyways, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like she lacks any kind of natural ability to wrestle, which is obviously just showing itself. Like her inability to do this shit, no matter how much they throw fucking training at her, she just can't get it because she doesn't have that ability. It's just not there. Like I know that I'm not good at certain things, therefore I don't try them. Or at least I've tried, or at least I've tried them, and I've realized that I'm shit at them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you try something,
like what, Lou? Like what are you not very good at?
Well, shit. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything.
Boom. So Lou.
Long distance running. There you go. I'm shit at that. I can't run over.
No, I think you're just smarter than that. We have vehicles and technology these days.
There is that aspect to it, I guess. Yeah. I mean, maybe she's just not much of an athlete. Maybe that's what it is.
It could be, yeah.
Because she's obviously just in it to be like a swimsuit model or whatever. So,
Just
I mean,
be
if she's not an athlete, but they're trying to push her as something, just put her in fucking magazines and shit, and I don't know, put her on street corners. I don't give a shit. Like, just do whatever you think you need to do, but stop trying to push her into this like fucking this peg. It's like a square peg in a round hole, but it's not a round hole.
It's a red
like,
hoe.
It's a. Let's just leave it at that. She's a red hoe who can't fit in the right hole. That's how this is working out.
There you go. Fuck you, Eva Marie. Apparently, another thing I gotta say. Did you hear about the comments from Dana White? He got a little spat with like a guy on Twitter.
No.
No. So this guy on Twitter makes this comment about saying, "Oh man, I wish I could watch UFC. It's too expensive." Dana White, Vince McMahon's got you beat for $9.99 a month versus $40 a month. So Dana White replies, "Yeah, well, $9.99 is, or fake shit should be $9.99." That's his Dana White's voice, bro.
Yeah.
So it turned into this big fucking ordeal, and everyone's like, "Fuck you, Dana White. You're calling wrestling fake." And he's like, "Yeah, well, it is fucking fake, bro." And then Seth Rollins comes in and said, "Guys, cut Dana White some slack. He's never had a match, guys." So here's this and here's that and here's that, but it leads me into this. Douchebag of the week, Dana White. I'm sorry, man, but you really shit the bed on this one here. No one gives a fuck, okay? What you think. You're a promoter. It's fine. We know. Everyone knows professional wrestling is not real. I mean, and if you don't, then you probably never watched this shit in the first place.
Yeah.
But realistically, Dana White has such an ego of being this pioneering genius, but Dana White didn't create jack shit. Dana White bought into this, and all he's doing is promoting combat sports, something that's been around for a long time. Vince McMahon's got you beat here, man. Vince McMahon is an entertainment genius, a pioneer of a live simulated combat sports. But yeah, I don't know, UFC. Maybe it's real combat sports, but I don't care about it, to be honest with you. Personally, I don't want to see, and I don't care which of two hulking or slender men with great cardio can straddle the other one into submission. I couldn't care less, because I'm not going to fight these people, ever. And yeah, I don't care. I just don't fucking care. I'd rather watch stupid drama in a square circle than just like real violence. That's boring. So
well, that's the thing. Like when I was coming up on wrestling, and like all of my friends were into it, we all kind of got to this point where some of us broke off and stopped, and some of us continued. And obviously, the people who continued watching was a very small percentage in comparison. But the people who broke off seemed to like transition to UFC and then take this position like, this is proper fight, and what we used to watch was just shitty like kid stuff. And I tried watching UFC like a few times, and a lot of the time it just seemed kind of boring sometimes. Because like when you come from something that's built up on drama, even if it's kind of shitty drama, to transition to something that's also kind of athletic but lacking any real drama is just kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Like you can't really get into it. Like I don't see the argument that just because it's real fighting, just because people are actually like nothing's rigged, even though maybe some of it is, you never know. Like even though some of it or all of it is allegedly real, it's somehow better than the stuff that is choreographed or scripted or whatever. Like it doesn't bode to me like that argument doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't, because the argument that UFC has these, as any sport has a storyline to any event where, oh, these are great storylines happening, where a team or an individual starts off one way and ends up a different way. It's a great journey. It's the same thing. It's still start, middle, and finish. And yeah. I'd rather have guaranteed, ridiculous, over-the-top bullshit than something that is just very flat. Yo, I'm an athlete, and I'm going to go into this match and win. And the other guy's going to say, yeah, I'm going to go in here and show him that I'm actually the one who's going to win, and not him, in fact. And then they go in, and one guy wins. And there's no, like, his character doesn't develop, you know? Because I don't fucking care about combat sports, because I've been in real fights, and it's not that great. It's just, it's stupid. It's fucking stupid.
It is stupid, yeah.
Sorry.
At least in sports entertainment, in air quotes, there is some aspect of entertainment, even if a lot of the time it is sadly lacking in that aspect of entertainment. But they're trying, God bless them. They're trying.
Well,
when Mark Henry and Mae Young give birth to a hand, God damn it, are they trying? When Val Venus get his genitals cut off, gosh darn, are they trying right there?
Yeah.
I mean, lately, not so much bombastic shit like that is happening, but you know.
But you know, like moments in these sports entertainments that are just over the top, that catch you off guard.
Yeah.
And I remember those times, and those things stand out. When a guy wins a fight, he just wins a fight. You know, he just won another fight, but did the lights go out, and then was he crucified? You know? Did he then turn into a hillbilly the next week?
Exactly. Did Dana White come out and say, no, he didn't tap out. He didn't tap out. Match goes on, but this time we've thrown chairs into the fucking octagon. This time we're going to have a table in there. Whoever goes through it first is the guy who loses. Like, that doesn't happen in UFC. It just plays out.
Yeah, it's just martial arts. And that's cool, bro. Cool. So, not to take away from you bros, but, you know, you go get your fucking protein shakes, bro. Go down to the gym, pound some iron, then pound each other in the asshole, bro. I know, so sweet. On to the next topic, though. I'm going to kick this off with this shit right now. We got to talk about video games, Lou. Do you have any excitement or appeal towards Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Yes.
Yes.
In as much as that, it's like, it is the favorite game that I had, but that I wouldn't go back to play. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love that game. It's one of the games that made me the actual legit full-on video game nut that I became, but I think they need to do something with it beyond just remaking it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They need to bring some new shit to the table.
Because why would you just recreate scene for scene the same game with better graphics?
Exactly.
Pointless. Just play the original game. Be a good guy, play the original work, and find out, like, get those feelings from those shitty graphics. I have a lot of nostalgia towards, like, the pre-made backgrounds, and then the, like, terrible low polygon NPCs.
Just a series of blocks that are just glued together.
Yeah, and that shit is captivating at times.
Yeah. So,
I mean, play the original one, but yeah, the new one. I heard they were changing the battle system. I didn't hear, I read. But I came across some motherfucking information, boy. They're
Well, that's one of the things I would have thought they would have needed to change, because Final Fantasy in itself has evolved so much over time. Like they use that active battle system, and now I think in Final Fantasy 15 they're going to be doing something even different to that. It's just practically not even an RPG. It's just like fucking Streets of Rage or some shit.
Oh my goodness.
Like I don't know where they're going with that, but it seems like Final Fantasy 7 from that point to this has transformed. Like just the series in general has transformed so much. They can't just go back to that, because that is at this point dated.
Yeah.
Like it needs to be different.
And I think that's going to be a challenge for them to try and maintain the weight of the story, because I know a lot of the story a lot of investment that I got from the story had to do with how long I spent grinding or leveling the character or dicking about before I seen an outcome. Liu Chu will be back.
Sorry about that. I had to turn on some lights. I could hear what you said there. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. No, it's, I mean, it's exciting to know that they actually listen to people and that they're gonna give them what they wanted. Like, considering they've been a company that's been in turmoil for, I don't know how long now, just doing their own thing and making kind of shitty Final Fantasy games. Like, it's good that they've actually listened and given people what they want, but on the flip side, do people really want what they're asking for, or are they going to deliver something that's like genuinely new whilst also delivering on the nostalgic bits as well? Like, they're towing a line definitely with that shit. And that's like the same thing with Shenmue 3, I guess. Where it's like, is it too late at this point, or can they actually make a good Shenmue game? Like,
Yeah.
I know that's something you're attached to yourself, is the Shenmue legacy, and whether they can do something with it.
This dude here wants to dude can ask a question, he says. Axe away. Says Bullpup 7M.
Axe away, friend.
For Shenmue, like, yeah, I have a nostalgia over the top for that game. And I don't even know that I want to play the next game. I know that I've wanted it all this time, but it pisses me off. What made me want it is that Sega didn't want to make it. And I knew that if they made it, it would sell, because there's enough of a demographic that have been screaming, clamoring for it the whole time, that it would sell. You know, they make these stupid Yakuza games that they're all right, but they weren't Shenmue. And now they've gone on this huge line of production of mediocre games, and now they're reeling from it. Sega ain't shit now, but Shenmue's doing great.
No, it's true.
Who is this motherfucker right here? He says, is it hot in internet girl world because boys don't feel the heat and wear low-cut tops? I don't know what show you're watching,
true.
sucker, but I do agree.
It is hot. It is hot in internet girl world. I felt it.
Isn't that what happens when you use Arial font?
Well, it gets hot in internet girl world.
I feel
So what happens?
Yeah.
Especially if you go like 15, 16 point.
Oh.
Like, the higher up that shit goes, the hotter the internet girl world gets, I think. Just don't use Comic Sans, because that shit will fucking wreck your day. It will just ruin it. Just fucking ruin it.
I hate that font.
Comic Sans.
That's the worst font. By far.
I actually went to a talk, like an actual, like there was this font fucking thing that I had to go to for work, and the guy who created Comic Sans, he actually spoke, and he said his font has been completely misappropriated. Like, loads of people have been using it for the most dumb shit in the world. Like, and he had examples, and some people actually like use it for funerals and shit, because nobody knows what the fuck they're doing with fonts. So like, they'll have like these obituaries and funeral listings and stuff that are written in like Comic Sans. Like, Do these people know what the fuck they're doing? Like, they only got 3 fonts on their computer, and that's one of them.
I like that
Yeah.
shit. That's interesting. So when you die, Comic Sans.
Yeah.
I like that shit.
When I want my gravestone to be like chiseled out in Comic Sans. That's what I
Underline,
want.
strike through, italics.
Yeah, definitely.
All day. So that's how you keep internet girls hot. You tap that font size, motherfucker. So what else we got to talk? Brock Lesnar's gimmick. That's what we wanted to talk about. His potentially gay gimmick. Could you imagine this? He was supposed to have Billy and Chuck's gimmick from like 2004 or whenever that was. You look so good to me.
That would have ruined him like completely. Do you reckon he would have been able to go on to like UFC and stuff like that if he'd have been?
You probably have to go on to Oprah first.
Yeah.
Before he goes to UFC. But I could just see him like mount
Jump on some couches and shit. Yeah.
Tom Cruise. Yeah. What about? Yeah, he might as well be a Scientologist. Brock Lesnar, the Scientologist. He's got like a Swedish-looking name.
He could be like something from Scientology lore. Like they integrate him in as some sort of being.
Like a gay Brock Lesnar or just Brock Lesnar in general?
I think both aspects. Like they would be like different worlds, like alternate versions of each other.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know how Scientology feels about gay people.
I think they love gay people.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's at least one positive.
I don't know. Maybe they like the idea of gay people.
Yeah?
Aren't Scientologists cannibals as well? Or is that something like not a full cannibal, but just like they'll take cultures of your flesh and then eat it?
Well, sure, I guess. I mean, it depends what kind of Scientologist you're talking to.
I don't know, like a white one?
Like a cannibal one. Yeah. I don't know. I never knew that cannibalism was a part of Scientology. I did know that aliens and some sort of rocket ship was part of it, but not cannibalism.
Sounds like Toy Story.
Yeah, in a way.
Is that a thing? Or like...
I mean, Scientology is basically just Toy Story 2, isn't it? That's when
Great
you boil
film.
it down.
Great film. So, okay, here's what Ifra's saying. Scientology don't like gay people, exclamation. Remember in that documentary when that guy found out his lesbian daughter got abused for being gay, and then he decided to leave Scientology? The director guy, remember?
I remember that, yeah.
Great,
Yeah.
That's a great movie. Is that the one with Andy Dick as the daughter?
Yeah, it is, actually.
And he's living a blowjob course, and then Will Ferrell rushes in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, right, and he goes streaking through the quad. Yeah. That's the Scientology documentary that we watched.
Great movie.
I liked it at the end.
Especially the part, Snoop Dogg's in that, isn't he?
Snoop Dogg, in the Scientology documentary. He gives like an impromptu performance at some sort of sorority house. I remember.
The inaugural Scientologist ball, 2001.
Real talk though for a second. In that Scientology movie we watched, if you see what a Scientology convention looks like, you would just lose your shit. Like the actual stage looks like it was made by, I don't know, an Egyptian Liberace or something. Like it's so much gold and so much like beaming light and just weirdness going on that it's almost too good to be true. It's like an alien fashion designer.
Like Kanye West?
Fuck yeah, maybe. Maybe he made that. I don't think he's a Scientologist, but I think maybe just for like for his own giggles.
Yeah, it sounds like his MO.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna make the backdrop for the Scientology convention. And that's what he did.
The Don a Louis Vuitton.
You should honestly look up a YouTube video of just any Scientology convention like the past 5 years. It is the best. The best. Just at everything. It's incredible. Are you doing it now?
We're going to take a gander here. Church of Scientology. Tom Cruise. Oh, I gotta write convention in here. In the old search bar is a convention.
I mean, I think it's a convention. I don't know. Dean So Cool. Hey, Dean So Cool.
Oh man,
Hi.
that does look like Kanye style shit.
Have you got it? It's pretty special. It's pretty fucking special. Like, for such a bonkers religion, it's great that they have that kind of shit going on in the back. Like, it pretty much sums everything up perfectly.
What other celebrities do you think could be Scientologists under the radar?
Under the radar. I don't know. Most of them are over the radar, aren't they?
Caitlyn.
Like, I was surprised to find out that Beck was a Scientologist.
Beck's a Scientologist?
Beck is a Scientologist.
No, come on, he's gotta be joking.
That's what I thought. I thought to myself, is he doing it like as a joke, or like, is he writing like a book where he's just some sort of oddball?
Because Beck's a weird guy, man. Beck's a very strange cat.
He's pretty strange.
One
He
of them
doesn't seem like the kind of person who would be into any religion. Like, I don't get why he would be a Scientologist, if not just to make fun of it, or to get some sort of fuel for his music to do more weird shit with.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's strange.
It might be like a fashionable thing. Yeah, I'm Scientologist this week, bro. Don't even worry about it, bro. Scientology is so sweet. That's why I make my music. Because he talks like that sometimes, I think.
Does he really?
I feel like he does.
Like a bro.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I found?
Like a slightly effeminate bro is what he sounds like.
Rich white people and bros, I realize, locally at least, when they're talking like this, like they don't pronounce consonants. They just like blend vowels together and try and string the words together. It's all background. You coming out and talk like that, and they got like that whine in their voice, the desperate sort of like on the cusp of releasing your bowel movement.
Like they can't actually speak.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I think that's it.
breathing out their words until they stop breathing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Hang on, someone's saying, Luke, can I get your email for a custom order? Sorry for interrupting. I'm gonna need to.
You take care of business. You're a hustler. You're a hustler. He started calling you Lou Cassidy. Lou Chew. Lou
How
Cassidy.
do you whisper people?
Like this, motherfucker. He'll be coming out. Yeah, Dane's so cool. His email is 1.386.
That might well be his email you've just given out to all the followers on this channel.
1.386. You felt it. Now feel it good, motherfucker. Okay.
Dean So Cool, get to me on Twitter and I will private message you the email to contact me with so I can contact you and we can contact each other. Okay, Dean? So,
Yeah, and,
Twitter.
thanks for asking that live on the show. Because Lou designs graphics. I just want you to know that. He designs overlays and graphics. So if you need some graphics or overlays or graphic overlays, contact Lou Chew via Twitter.
Yeah.
Message him your privates, and he'll message you his privates. To and fro. Caitlyn Jenner. Okay, here's the thing. Caitlyn Jenner is definitely a Scientologist product experiment. I'm pretty sure they killed Bruce Jenner and then made.
Like they body swapped him. Is that what you're talking about?
Sometimes I think it might be Tom Cruise in like Mission Impossible mask, in makeup. It could even be Eddie Murphy. Who knows? In his fat suit.
I would love it if it was Eddie Murphy. In his fat suit, yeah. That's the most sophisticated fat suit in the world, where it's not actually fat and it's just a woman. That's pretty interesting. I want that fat suit.
I like that shit. That's pretty fucking offensive. I enjoy that. Every fat suit is just a woman. That's harsh.
I didn't say that. I didn't say every fat suit. Or at least that's not what I meant.
That's just what I heard. But I'm Canadian, so it comes differently. English is different over here. Why is that scrolly thing backwards? I don't know what you're talking about, Jazz 10. It can be forward or backwards, really. I guess.
It's actually like an optical illusion, and if you see it going backwards, you've actually got some sort of brain problem. Because I see it going forwards.
I feel like you may have, a brain problem. Like, I don't know, Scientology. You could be a Scientologist.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a test. Yeah.
Scientology. Is it going right? Well, you're a Scientologist, I'm afraid.
What's that dress thing? You see that stupid dress thing?
The funny thing is, just to address this, like the fact it's going forwards, like this is actually going forwards. People keep saying it's going backwards. Like people expect scrolly things to go
left to right,
right to left. But this is going left to right. So this is technically the right way of doing it.
Yeah, now that is what I intentionally made it to go left to right because we read left to right.
Yeah. So this makes sense, what's happening right now. Things should scroll like this. But a lot of people do it the other way, which is actually seems, now that I'm thinking it, is wrong.
You see, for the other way, if it was going the other way, it would make sense if it was constantly changing and it was new information.
Yeah.
But this is just, saying the same thing over and over and over and over. It's a test, to answer your question. It's a test. He is kind of Canadian, too. Who's Canadian?
I think...
Oh, I'm Canadian.
You're Canadian, apparently.
I got no Asian, but I got Casino.
Asian.
Can he? Back to a topic at hand here, Lou. Very important stuff. Do Scientologists... Now, I heard about this from Mennonites. You know what a Mennonite is? Amish people?
Yeah.
You can fuck their daughters to keep the gene pool fresh. They, hire people to fuck their daughters to keep the gene pool fresh so they don't have incest. And they put up this sheet, and you just stick your little ding-dong in this little hole there. Bang, bang, thank you, ma'am. It's done. And they watch you do it.
They watch you do it.
Yeah, they watch you do it.
They watch their daughters getting railed. Is that?
I don't know if you're allowed to rail them. Maybe. I don't know. Are they rough people? I don't know the culture. Is that rough? But I know. I don't know the culture, but I know you can fuck their daughters. This is a twist.
But it's a sheet, is what you're saying. They cut a hole out of a sheet, kind of like a ghost, but with a penis, and then you just stick your penis through the sheet.
Now you put a whole new spin on this. There may be this lie going on to the daughters that ghosts fuck you. Like if you're a daughter, Amish female, you only get fucked by ghosts, and you just think it's really strange, but you never you never figured it out.
Oh man,
Patrick Swayze fucking you every night.
There you go. That's what that film was about, I guess. Was the Mennonites trying to get their Demi Moore juiced? Is what it was.
That's twisted. That's like a Rosemary's Baby type.
The original working title was "Juice My Demi." It's a ghost. Ghost seemed like a more people-friendly kind of thing.
Yeah, because if you put anything like liquidy in a title, it's kind of sexual. Wet, juice.
Yeah. I mean, there was a game called Wet, so
there was.
That had no end of innuendo.
What game was called Wet?
It was just called Wet. It was like, I can't remember what it was, like an action adventure or something like that, or just an action game. But it was called Wet, and it had a woman on the cover.
Oh, I remember that game.
Hang on, I'm gonna look this up. I think it was on PlayStation 3. Wet.
I thought you were gonna say Pornhub when you were saying that.
I think it was on Pornhub. Yeah, it was one of those rare Pornhub games that got developed and published. Yeah, look, it's called Wet, and it's just a woman on the front cover.
Does she have red hair?
Kind of navel gazing. She doesn't have red hair, but there's a lot of red going on in this cover. It was actually made by Bethesda, weirdly enough. So before Skyrim, they got Wet.
Skyrim jobs.
There you go.
All day.
There's a lot of sexual things going on in Bethesda.
We're winding down here, Lou. Let's hop on to Fallout 4 just before we peace out here.
Okay. Since we're talking about that shit.
Yeah, since we're talking about Bethesda and rim jobs, it's a nice segue into a post-apocalyptic adventure. I don't know, man. Like, I'm looking forward to this game, but I think I was expecting a lot more from the previews. I was expecting... Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. Because how do you get better than what Fallout is in the first place? Like, I don't know if you can.
I guess you just add the ability to create your own town, which is what I seem to pick up on. That's the thing, right? You can create literally your own town. Like every building you can do yourself. Is that not a thing?
Yeah, I think that's a thing. I don't know if it's yeah, that's a thing. Is that not a thing? It's like SimCity. No,
Like, did you watch the E3?
Yeah, I did. I had an erection. I'm not gonna lie. I had a stiff one. I was excited. It was a good night that night, but
That was a good night.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm fucking excited for it. I'm not gonna lie, but I just don't know about it. I don't know who I need to talk to about this. Where's Luke Scanlon? Does he what is his tagline on this game? Is it kinda, or yeah, all right?
I think he's like full on
Holy
fucking
shit!
New York rock band kind of mode about it.
Yeah,
He's all about that shit. He loves Fallout. And I also enjoy me some Fallout. But I liked New Vegas more than 3.
Me too. I like it seemed like there was more freedom to it. There wasn't like this plot line that was kind of urgent, but kind of not. Like, oh, you better save the fucking world. But in the meantime, why don't you go look for these boxes of fucking sugar bombs, and come back to me instead of saving the world.
I mean, I liked that you could have sex with ghouls. Like, there are actually ghoul prostitutes.
Man, you should be a rapper. Because that is some shit.
Ghoul prostitutes. My bitches be ghouls. And I'm all about it. And did you not remember, like, right at the end, where just before you do your thing in that tower, like,
you can sleep with a ghoul. I don't remember that part.
You can sleep with male ghouls. There was only male ones. There wasn't like a female ghoul, I don't think. There was a female prostitute, a male prostitute, and a male ghoul prostitute.
Oh yeah. Is he like a cowboy or something?
Yeah, that sounds right. Like wearing chaps and shit.
Hey, why wouldn't you? I'm DTF.
I'm wearing chaps right now. I don't know what the problem is with that.
The brand or assless?
Yeah, as in the latter, yeah.
Okay.
What's chaps the brand? What's that?
Just chaps. I don't know. It's just called chaps. Like, hey, chap, but multiple of you. Plural. Pluralize you chaps. Chaps.
Chaps is a brand though, right?
Yeah.
That's a brand of something.
CHAPS.
What is it though?
Clothing, I think.
Is it?
I think so, yeah.
Is it the brand of... Is that what chaps are? They're made by chaps. That's why they're called chaps.
I don't think that's what it is.
Like Assless Chaps are made by chaps. Yeah, that's why they're chaps.
I can't see some people wearing that who do it. Like, I think it's like a higher class type. I don't know. I would never wear it. It's sort of like a...
I'm going to Google chaps. Just to...
Google?
Chaps.
Oh,
right, so it's just... Right, so chaps is a clearinghouse automated payment system, which is a method of paying your wage in Britain. or it's arseless trousers. So that place as a company must get a lot of problems.
No, there's other chaps. There's gotta be chaps.
There's also chaps that's coloured horse and pony society. Why coloured? Coloured horse and pony society.
Because they're racist, man.
Yeah, I guess they're separating out their horses.
Colored beauty.
Oh wow, that's great. I didn't know that there was a whole society just for coloured horses and ponies. You learn something, and it's from the UK as well. You learn something new every day.
Lou, okay, here's real chaps. Chaps.com is...
Right, so you want me to type in chaps.com?
I'm not pressuring you. What you see is...
I'll do it, don't worry. Chaps. Oh, this is like, they're selling like high-end clothes and shit.
Yeah, that's what I...
Okay.
Woo! Yeah. It's like
I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's like Ric Flair.
Nessa Porter. Have you ever been there? Like it's like super fucking expensive, never gonna be affordable for us kind of clothes.
That down by the hot dog stand? I think I've been down
Yeah,
there.
sure.
By Tom?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, Tommy. Yeah, yo, Tommy, give me the hot dog. Give me a hot dog over here, Tommy. Came back, gave me a hot dog. Go get my chaps.
Go get my chaps. I want you to serve me my hot dog with chaps on. And I don't want you to use your hands.
Both hands and your lips on my chapstick.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that is life.
This has been a very structured episode, I feel.
Should we wrap it? Should we wrap it before we talk about assless chaps? Or you want to keep
Oh,
going?
we already did. We already went there.
Oh, I didn't know you finished.
And coloured horses. That was my favourite part of this, actually.
Colored horses.
Was discovering that there was a society dedicated to coloured horses and ponies. Because why not, right? Because who likes, like, white horses and ponies?
Sarah
Or-
Jessica Parker.
Wait a second. Every horse and pony is coloured. Whether it's white or not. What the fuck? Why is there a coloured society? That doesn't make any sense. White is a colour, black is a colour.
Maybe.
Like, anything in between that is a colour.
You know what I think it might be? Maybe they have tie-dye.
They dip the horses.
It's like a Woodstock type theme.
Yeah, they dip the horses. I get it.
We should start a protest petition against calling horses colored.
Yeah, I'm gonna write to Coloured Horse and Pony Society, aka Chaps, and say stop segregating your fucking horses and ponies.
You should send that to Chaps.
Chaps. I'll send that to the people who sell arseless chaps. Stop segregating your horses and ponies, you douchebags. Oh man, what an eye opener this has been.
We've uncovered injustice everywhere. So there it is. Well, we've been an hour here, so I think we're at the end of our time here. We're both about to die.
Yeah, we're gonna find Zeddy at some point.
We will.
I don't know where he is. He said he was gonna be here today.
He's a
I don't know where
goddamn liar.
He definitely lied to us. Yeah,
We're gonna have to kill you, Zeddy.
and then get you on the podcast.
Yeah.
That's for yeah.
Colored
We should
horse, motherfucker.
Exactly. Stop colouring horses, you dick.
All right. This has been another edition, second episode of First Person Suplex, the podcast. I'm joined by Lou Chu Rocket, at Lou Chu Rocket, on Twitter.
That's it. That's better.
And I'm One Ryan Joseph. And yeah. Bye.